Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. This one is titled, Will I Be the Astronaut If I Stopped Organizing Birthday Celebrations for My Coworkers? I've 25, worked for the same company for over 3 years, and have been organizing birthday celebrations within the office for about as long. It was something done before I started, but always irregularly. It's not a whole lot, I know, but I bake whatever the birthday person wants and get a card for everyone to sign. Oh shit, OP bakes it. Doesn't go to the store and buy whatever cake they have available already, bakes it. The owner of the company reimburses me for the card, but the dessert is my expense. I work with about 40 people and we celebrate each individually. It's something I genuinely enjoy doing for my coworkers. They all seem into it, though if anyone says they don't want to celebrate at work, I don't force them, and I've learned new recipes. It's fun. They've done the same for me in previous years, and I've been really grateful for it. I'm not from the area and don't know many people outside of work because I'm shy and have some family responsibilities. This year, numerous coworkers told me both before and afterwards that they'd forgotten my birthday. I don't understand how you can forget, but remember enough to tell me you forgot. The GM told me last Wednesday that they had forgotten, but we would all celebrate once I returned to work. I took Friday off for a long weekend and my birthday was over the weekend. I feel like such a loser and still kind of do. One coworker did bring in a cake, which I was genuinely grateful for and thanked her for, but no one wished me a happy birthday and they didn't even do a card. It's the first time that this has happened. I don't really understand why it upset me, but it did. They often forget to give me handouts or to let me know about policy changes. If someone else brings in treats, they don't tell me. Almost everyone there is kind to me. I'm just forgotten about. My boss doesn't seem dissatisfied with my work, and I'm often complimented for the work by management. My coworkers just don't think of me, which might be what really bothers me. I talked to a friend about it, and she said she'd stop organizing the office birthdays if she were in my position. She said it's a waste of my time and that they don't appreciate me. She thinks it's weird that so many people said they forgot. My stepmom said I shouldn't stop organizing the birthdays unless it no longer brings me happiness. I don't know what to do. I like baking for my coworkers and doing cards for them. I just don't want to hurt their feelings or seem like I'm acting out. They just forgot. And to help with some feedback on the story, we have the magnificent, radiant as always, Candy Thunder.
Man, I don't know how I feel about this one because, I mean, obviously she feels hurt. It sounds like her love language is gift giving. She likes doing things for other people, and they didn't reciprocate that. So, yeah, I mean, I would be hurt too. Like if I did this for 40 people, and if I knew that someone was doing this for 40 people, I would make damn sure I did not forget their birthday. Like I would have that on lockdown for the rest of the office because what she's doing is going above and beyond for everyone there to make them feel seen and appreciated and loved, and they couldn't return that. And she said it was just this one time. They forgot it was over the weekend. But yeah, it still hurts. It doesn't stop it from feeling painful because somebody forgot you. And like she said, she doesn't feel appreciated.
Yeah, so. I'm with you. And in the beginning of this, right after finishing reading it, I'm like, well, if you're doing it because you enjoy doing it and bringing other people joy brings you joy, then why would you stop? But if you're doing something that people clearly don't appreciate, why do it? So like bringing them joy makes you feel joy. However, if it brought them the pure kind of joy that OP thought they were creating, then I think they would appreciate it. And if they don't appreciate, maybe they appreciate the attention they get, right? But they don't appreciate OP enough as a person. There you go. To think of them, right? And that sucks. Are these two things intertwined? Like, would you stop? I guess that's my question. I
guess it would feel, I would need to know, like, if I was in this situation, how much am I being taken advantage of? Because if I'm cooking 40 cakes over the course of 1 year, that's a lot of desserts, and they couldn't remember one day, then yeah, I guess that would be the end for me. Like, because if there isn't pain to create change, then they're just going to keep taking more advantage of her. They're not telling her things that she needs to know. They forgot her birthday, and like, I don't know. She seems like she's fading into the background, and I think that they need to understand what it actually feels like for her not to do those things for them.
So we did read another story this past Sunday, and it was about the fantasy football thing, or maybe it was the week before. I don't know. They all blend together. Mm-hmm. But my suggestion then was you need to have everybody start taking turns.
Yes, agreed.
Like everybody, and that would be a solution here. That way the office doesn't miss out on this thing, but everybody needs to get involved. It can't all be on your shoulders. That's one option. Another option is if it still brings you joy to bring them a little bit of attention, do the card. You get reimbursed for that, but don't bake anything. Like there's that little bit of pullback you have there too.
That's perfect. I think that's perfect.
I think the big risk here with stopping altogether is that you did it because it gave you at least a little bit of joy. It's tainted now because you know that you are not appreciated as a human being in this environment. So maybe if you kept going, like you'd feel less joy doing this because it always is going to be a little bit jaded or tainted. However, if you stop doing it, you're going to lose all potential joy that you could have gotten had you done it. So you just have to decide like what feels right to you. You definitely are not appreciated to the level that I think you should be. And I would go from organizing the entire office, like have a sign up sheet. Everybody's got to sign up for something and we're not doing it, period. And have everybody get involved. Then they're a lot less likely to forget because maybe you do a buddy system. I don't know.
This seems like so much.
It's a simple thing. There's also this one possibility because this is over the weekend, is it not? It's over the weekend and like OP has not come back on Monday yet.
But she said they brought a cake.
Oh, okay. They did bring a cake. Okay. I thought maybe like so many people said they forgot because they were planning something bigger, but I guess I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up there.
I think like being quiet and shy, like I understand what she's saying and I do things for people and I don't expect the same in return. Like I love to show up for people, buy things for people, get them what they need, bring them meals. Like I love to do those things. It makes me feel good and it fills up my cup. But at the same time, if I ever needed anything, like I feel like those people would show up in the same way. And if you don't get that in return, I don't think that you're going to get joy out of something that now feels like a chore to you because you know that you're doing it for this reason. And to them, it does not mean the same thing. They're just getting their free dessert that you're covering the cost of. So if it was me, I would stop. I wouldn't stop with the card, but I would stop with the cake and just let the chips fall where they may. And if they have an issue, then they need to work together to figure out a new solution and a new path where it doesn't all fall on this one person's shoulders.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a good thought, kind of combining solutions. So start by downgrading to just the card. And then if and when, I'm going to say when they bitch about not having desserts anymore, then it's a really quick like, hey, you guys should organize a sign-up sheet where everybody takes part. And then that takes the responsibility of trying to enforce or impose this system on the rest of the office off your shoulders. Because doing that, like the simple act of suggesting that to the large group or putting the sign-up sheet up is going to be perceived as petty and bitchy by the rest of the team there.
For sure.
So you can remove yourself from that imposition. And I think start just disengaging a little bit. And maybe that's it. Maybe don't give so much to people who don't even give a shit that you gave in the first place or who don't see you. They just see things magically appear.
And I feel like this is like speaking up when something does bother you, whether it's a workplace or not, is you have to have at least enough of a backbone to advocate for yourself when it's important to advocate for yourself. And I'm quiet, I'm shy, like not on here anymore because I've done it enough, but I will advocate for everyone else besides myself. But I think there comes a point where sometimes you have to, pull off that mask and put on a different one and speak up for yourself when it comes to stuff like this.
Yeah.